In our last lesson on manners, we talked about a little boy who was at the store, right? Little boy was at the store, and they went past the candy at the checkout there, and he's trying to grab it, right? And his mom's holding on to his hand, saying, "No, no, 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 no." And we learned, you don't go touching, you don't go taking things that aren't yours, right? Especially at the store. You leave your hands off that. But you don't ask for things, do you? No, because your mommy only has a certain amount of money. And if you have your own money, and you say, "Mommy, can I buy that? Can I buy some candy, Mommy?" But you have to have your own money, right? If you don't have your money, you don't go asking your mama for something, right? Because that's your mama's money. That is not your money. And because it is not your money, you can't spend it. And it is not good manners. It is very bad manners to ask for it. Did you know that? Very bad at manners to ask for things that are not yours. And your mommy only has a little bit of money, and she doesn't need you acting like a little brat, because you're not a brat. Good. So when you're at the store, you just stand there and you act like a little lady or a little gentleman. You don't go reaching and touching, and you don't even ask. And you don't even just look like so your mommy will, because you guys know, you know how to make your mommy so that she'll get something for you. Mommy. In today's lesson, here is little Timmy. Little Timmy is in a wheelchair. Now, that happened to one of my boys once. He had to be in a wheelchair only for one day. But this little boy we don't know how long he has to be in there, but my little boy had to be, he cut his foot, and he was on crutches. You know, those little sticks you put under your arms. But we went to a museum, and it was a lot of walking. So we got him a wheelchair so he could go, easily get through the museum okay. But because he couldn't walk, his foot was cut really, really badly. But anyway, here's little Timmy, and he's sitting in his wheelchair. And his mom's going through the store, and she had to walk through the toy aisle. And look at little Timmy. He's not even looking at those toys. Not even looking at them. His mom is just because, right? But he's not. Why? Because he knows they're not his toys. And, he has toys at home. Oh, not like that. Not new ones. Not pretty ones. But you know what? He's thankful. He's thankful for what he has. And he's not asking for something else, right? They're just going through the store. Now, the thing that I noticed since we moved to real time is that when mamas take their children to the center, they get them a toy. Little children, they buy them a toy, they buy them something to eat, and they buy them a drink. Why? To keep the children quiet and so that they behave themselves. So they're not asking for things and begging for things and playing with things. The mamas will buy them a toy, she'll buy them a drink, and she'll buy the child something to eat. What a horrible child. What a horrible, horrible, terrible child that mama would think that she has to buy that child, waste her money like that to keep that child happy so the child obeys. I hope none of you are like that. Your mommy only has a little bit of money, right? And you don't need junky little toys that they sell in the center, right? Now, it's fun, but a lot of times those toys are broken in 5 minutes. You don't need a drink. You don't need something to eat. You eat when you leave home. You maybe take a little bottle of water with you, right? But you don't need to get something downtown just to keep you quiet. Oh, no, you're a big kid. You go to school. You're not a baby. And even babies don't do that. Did you know that? You can teach babies not to do that. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. When a baby fusses like that, you just smack them. And you say, no. Hush. You can teach a baby not to do that. I have 3 boys. I know that. You are all too big to play that game. Yes, you are. But I see some of you children pitching fits. Oh, yes. You want the... You know what? In cultos, there are children after the culto. Miss Susan, I want another cookie. Miss Susan, I want some more cake. Oh, that is such bad manners. Oh, you don't do that. Oh, no, 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 no. No, that's for babies. In the book of Psalms, David said, I've stopped acting like a baby and demanding things. Even big people can do that. Even big people can do that. And David said, I'm not a baby anymore. I'm not a little baby with his peppy. No, 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 no. David said, I am thankful for what God gives me. And I don't cry and fuss. Oh, God, I want this. Oh, God, I should have that. Oh, God. David says, no. I have learned to be happy with what I have. Whatever I'm given, I will say thank you. And I will be happy with what I have. But you do not ask for more. Now, God says if we have things that we need, we should ask Him. If you do have things that you need, Mama, I'm really thirsty. But a lot of times you aren't, and you can wait. I remember when I was little, we used to travel a lot. And in the United States, people are in a car like all day long. And the only time you get out of the car, for like the whole time you would be in school, you would be in the car that long. And then after 4 hours, you would stop to put gasoline in the car. And that's when you would go to the bathroom and get a drink of water. And if it was lunchtime, your mama would bring out some food, or sometimes we would eat in the car. Okay? But that's the only time you got out of the car. Okay? And sometimes we'd be really thirsty. And we'd say, Mom, I'm thirsty. And my mama would say, suck your thumb. We didn't have anything, and there was no way to get it, and we weren't going to get it, so you might as well just... If it's not there, if you're in the centro and you're thirsty, boo-hoo, you won't die. If you're in the centro and you are hungry, boo-hoo. Because a lot of times you see food or you see drinks and, it makes you thirsty because you think about it, right? Boo-hoo, you don't have it. You don't ask. Now, if you have to go to the bathroom, Mama I gotta go to the bathroom, right? That helps. Now, in the United States, it's one thing we have really good is there's water fountains. Wherever you go, there's water to drink. And they give that away for free. It's just a little stand. You push the button, out comes water. It's really great. But yeah, so I learned to drink as a little child. If you're thirsty, you drink water. Oh, but not here. Children, water? Oh no, you have to have a fresco. Have to have a juice box. No, you don't. If your mama doesn't have money to send a juice box in your lonchera, we have plenty of water. Your mama has water at home, she can send it in a bottle. We have water at the school. You don't have to have a juice box. And you don't have to have galletas or something sugary in your lonchera. You don't have to have churros. I had mama say, I said, why isn't your child at school? Oh, I didn't have money for churros. Your child doesn't need churros to go to school. Oh, no. Your child needs to go to school. Your child will not die without churros. You feed the child before you go to school, and the child eats when he comes home from school. He doesn't need churros at school. And you can always send a baleada or send something small. You just take your time, right? Children do not need frescoes. Water's great. It's very good for you. Frescoes are bad for your teeth. When my boys were little, they went to the dentist. And the dentist said, no frescoes, no juice boxes. No juice boxes, no frescoes. Do you know why? Juice boxes are all sugar, and it eats your teeth. Water, milk, and water is what the dentist said. Candy, he said, no, no. Mhm. See, people give their children because the children pitch fits. Mommy, oh, no, 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 no. That is bad manners. See, when children act like that when they're little, how do they act when they're grown up? They have the same habits. Oh, they don't fuss, but we have people out on the street and they come to us, give me money for a fresco. Why? Why? You want a fresco? You go get a job and you earn it. You're thirsty? Go to somebody's pipe and ask if you can drink out of their pipe. You won't die. Mm-hmm. We had some boys up at the school one day, and they said, "Do you have any water?" And I said, "No, I don't have any. I didn't have any cups." And they said, "Do you have a pipe?" I said, "Sure, there's a pipe up there. The water's good. You can drink that pipe, no problem." And they said, "Thanks," and they went and drank out of the pipe. Fine, right? Water is very, very good for you. But we don't beg for things, because what happens when those people grow up, they think, oh, I have to have a cell phone. I have to have a tablet. I have to have this. I have to have these expensive tennies. I have to have this, that, and something else. And then they steal. They steal from other people. The children next door stole the front wheel off my bicycle, and then they came later and stole the back wheel. There's a man that comes to our church sometimes by the name of Pastor. They stole his bike during the church service, the children next door. Why? Because he had and I wanted it. And that's why. No. It teaches selfishness and brattiness that you have your whole life long. God wants us to be content. Look at this little boy. Look, he's happy. He's with his mommy. Wow, I get to be with mommy today. I get out of the house. I'm stuck in this chair, but that's okay because I'm out of my house. Yes. And look at that happy face on him. He's not even looking at those toys. Why should I care about them? I'm out with my mama. That's how God wants us to be. Be content. Not little brats that demand, I have to have this and I want that. No. Children at Roca Solida, don't you act like that. We want you to act like little ladies and little gentlemen, right? Not spoiled little